Welcome back to the channel. So glad you could be here. I've been reading a book for my Doctor of Ministry class called The Professional Spiritual and Pastoral Care, a practical clergy and chaplain's handbook. And it's been a really good book. About 2/3 of the way through it. But on page 101, it talks about the importance of listening to others. And if you watch Daystar a lot, which I don't know why you would, but if you do, Joni has a habit of interjecting her own personal stories when she does interviews. Dr. Doug often will talk over Joni. It's one big mess. But I want to quote this real quick. We'll put it up on the screen. First, there's 3 general principles for effective listening. First, an effective listener encourages the speaker to take all possible conversational initiative. In spiritually transforming interactions, the listener's remarks are inviting, open-ended, and broad. So you want the person that you're talking to have the freedom to say whatever they need to say. Second, an effective listener stays attuned to the present. It's easy for the chaplain's mind to wander, thinking of the next thing to say. It's essential to resist this, focusing instead on what's happening in the moment. This is what we call ministry of presence. We're not thinking about how to respond. We're not thinking about what's the next clever thing that we could say to encourage the person, although it is important to encourage people. But you want to be focused on what the person is saying. Like I said, if you watch Ministry Now anytime within the last 6 months, you'll see Joni interjecting personal stories. You'll see Dr. Doug interrupting Joni. It's just a hot mess. And then the third one, effective listeners stay objective as possible during conversations. Basically, they stay attuned to their own visceral inner responses to the speaker. While honoring this personal awareness, they bear in mind that these gut reactions reflect individual experiences and do not necessarily define the truth. So, and this just goes all the way back to what it says in the Bible. One of my favorite passages, I will quote here real quick, James 1:19, which we'll put on the screen, which says, so then, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. One of my biggest pet peeves is when people interrupt. And the reason I know that they're not really listening is when they interrupt. What a person does when they interrupt someone is they are not listening, they're waiting to talk. I got this point, and I got to say this point right now. And it's just like, you weren't really listening. And how this applies to everybody, I'm talking about just all Christians. When you are with someone who's hurting, when you're with somebody who's gone through a difficult situation, when you're with somebody who is genuinely upset about something, listen. No agenda, no trying to fix them, no good advice. Just stop and listen to what they have to say. Because right now, what they need more than anything else is they need somebody to be fully present. So they need someone to be there for them, and they need to know that somebody cares. And the fact that you're there, let's just say you have a friend who's in the hospital. No, you may not be the chaplain there, but by going to the hospital, by going to see your friend who's in that hospital bed, by going up to them and holding their hand and saying, hey, I'm here for you. That means a lot. That's huge. That's big. And it's a lot more effective than interrupting people or swapping. I mean, if you're just shooting the breeze with somebody and having a normal conversation, it's normal to exchange. Well, this happened to me. Well, I had a situation similar to that, and to go back and forth like that. But when somebody is hurting, when somebody's in crisis, especially if somebody has just experienced some kind of traumatic event, like a car accident, or the loss of a loved one, or they're really, really sick, they don't need you to fix them. They don't need to swap stories with you. They just need you to listen. And that's important. So, in real ministers, quite frankly, listen to people. They're not always trying to give a prophetic word or trying to give some kind of prescriptive advice. So, anyway, if you are new, please hit like and subscribe. I do want to thank you for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget about our main channel at JPW Ministries on YouTube. I can't make videos on this channel every day. I'm very swamped at work, and that's where I'm going after I edit this video. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.